So Kixakol is looking at Omega. Do you care? Do you care for all these people? Do you care for this society?
Yes.
So do I.
Then you understand that people need to contribute. They need to be contributing members of society. They need to be actively aiding our purpose. And if we have purpose is no longer to expand, then we need a purpose that all of us can believe in. Right now, these people down here, they have no purpose. They have no plan. They have no. He says, yes, I am in a position. He says, my purpose is to keep the order. To keep the order and the organization from becoming tainted with this chaos. Look at them.
You are, at least partly, responsible for this chaos. Maybe I am. Probably, without wanting to. If we want to solve this, we have to look for a solution together. Me, you, and him. Pointing at Carnivix. And probably a lot of more people. From everywhere in this tower and below.
This is going to be a hard sell for him. And you have no way to communicate with Carnivix. So if Carnivix is going to attempt to escape, then I'm afraid you guys are going to have to do this simultaneously and independently, because success in the one and failure in the other does seem a little, problematic. Prior to the roll, Omac's view is, to shake his head and say, those mercap just scrambled your brain, didn't they? And scramble, meaning like eggs, that's a very severe statement from an Avix. I just realized that. And so he's inclined for no. I mean, that's what you're up against, is this, I care about Kixakol and she needs help. She needs help. And also, just so you know, he does not want the full weight of the security apparatus coming down on you. You are a very, very handy scapegoat right now. A very handy scapegoat. And Hebu's very important. So, he doesn't want that to happen. So to him, this is all about protecting you and getting you out of this. And if you seem confused, well, okay, you're just confused. So that's what you're rolling up against. And you've got one die from me. Because he cares. Poor Kixakol. Men. It's always men. Troubles.
Did I say a single word about that?
It just occurred to me. My opinion. That's me saying.
Don't worry.
Yeah. That's
okay, so I am using. I am actually using. You can tell me if that's not okay. The intercultural discussion treat.
Oh, I would have to say absolutely. You're trying to open that up to him.
At this moment, I'm trying to understand him and to make him understand me.
And I thought of another part.
Because I realize we have been at the same place, and we really haven't seen the same things.
And not only that, but that it is a very bitter pill for everybody to swallow that the Avix are not one culture. Right? Even Hebu, even Hebu hasn't quite grasped that, based on what you've said, Renee. Hasn't quite grasped that, we might not all speak with one voice. How can that be? Isn't that what we were trying to do? So therefore, oh goodness, look at that.
So
That's
that's fine.
fine.
But I think we should roll at the same time.
Okay, Jerry,
Or
you've got one die too to try and
basically-
get out of this thing if that's what you're doing.
Right. Well, no, what I'm getting ready to do is I'm trying to drive the security chief nuts. Basically, get him so riled up that he does something stupid, because obviously I can't get out. The only way I'm going to get out is if this guy gets me out. You know.
Okay.
So as she's talking to him, I'm in the background, I'm just saying, like, of course, I'm going to make so much money because my bet was right. It was going to be a coup by the security team. Who else would have the power to take over all of AVIX? Who doesn't have a purpose here? It's not the people below. It's the security team. They have nothing to kill. So they're turning back in on themselves.
Okay, so you're attempting to provoke him so that he releases you to punch you or something like that, or I mean, what? Something of that
He
kind.
wants to shut me up.
Right.
He can't shut me up while I'm behind the bars. They're going to behind, bars,
Okay.
but it's like.
All right. Well, in that case, you have one whole die from me.
Awesome. I will do my infamous civil rights agitator. And
Interesting.
yes. And since I don't have any, since my pool is 0 right now, I'm a little light, I'm a little skint on dice. I will roll these 3 dice happily.
You too.
And make it work.
All right. Let's see how this goes.
Roll 3 ones.
Uh-huh.
Got a 1.
Oh goodness.
See? Sometimes this is more.
they are smart.
Who wants to narrate a thing and who wants to die?
Oh man, I do want to die. I'm going to have to take die. Just to add a little gas back in his tank.
Mm-hmm. Elma?
I'm not sure I know what I want, but I would love to narrate it.
Yes.
Okay, can we do this together, maybe?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, well, you go ahead and go first. Tell me his reaction to you.
Okay, I think what's he said that about the Mercats, and I'm going to kind of grab that and tell him, you know, this is exactly the same thing, right? People are trying to influence us, and if we don't stick together and try to make the best out of it, and try to find out what's right and wrong, and what's true and false, we are all going to lose. Nothing is going to be left of this. It's exactly the same. Don't you see it?
So how does he respond to that?
And I think that goes through because my idea is in that moment he remembers the scene when he actually tried to convince me that the right way out of that conference and to keep the AVIX safe would be to off the ambassador. And to make it look like something happened that was inevitable. And I tried to talk him out of it. And we actually came away from that conference with something that resembles peace. So he's just, I mean, not much. He's starting to talk to me.
Okay, that sounds good. Given that narration, and that Jerry fails to. Oh no, you succeeded in what you're trying to do.
You know what?
Well,
Can I amend mine? And it's since
we don't. Okay, go ahead.
well, I'm thinking since Kixel is kind of like, he's kind of his will is starting to turn. Perhaps one of his lieutenants.
I was thinking along those lines myself. Yeah, I was thinking. That's
let me go.
I think you and I are
So
in
that it
agreement
doesn't
about this.
conflict.
As the narrator, I take that. I
Right.
happily take that suggestion. I do think that we're in the right tune there. I think that you, of course, unaware of this, are going to, the dude's going to like say that's enough out of you and like drop the static thing and is going to shock blast you, into oblivion.
Right.
And oh, how nasty do I want to be about this? Pretty nasty. Your focus is, of course, still on OMAC. And the reason I say that is that you said this is all about OMAC a few minutes ago. So I'm going to keep on that.
Right.
And that means that just as this commotion occurs at the stasis field and OMAC turns to see what's going on, he's actually going to take an elbow spike of yours straight into the face.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's lethal or not. You don't know. But he has been horribly, horribly injured by Carnivix bursting out of there. Now, Carnivix, what are you doing about gravity?
Whoever is underneath me, that's who gets grabbed.
Right.
Like I will, my feet will just grab on.
Right.
And
okay, so
okay,
you're basically
leave it
going to have a
to-
grip on somebody and you're not going to
Yes.
let go. Okay, so one of the
Yes.
security guys, certainly. All right, I think we're going to drop from there, that situation, to Hibu for our last bit. So you basically, after going through a disembodying experience of this outlaw tech portal, you will find yourself in some rather spooky cavernous area, which is part of Freetown that you're not that familiar with. Maybe it was built into those hills that were on the side of town that you had seen, but the idea of caverns in there, you didn't know much about. And we actually have the map for this, we have the the boneyard, right? And so you have been transported into the boneyard, into one of the structures in there, which is actually Jerry had mentioned it as kind of a base of operations for Carnivix. And so there's this cavern, and then there's an area which is has buildings in it, very ramshackle, spooky looking buildings from your point of view. And your the immediate circumstance will definitely be the rallying. People, other Avics are coming up and they look very supportive. And Lalak, steps forward and says, Carnivix has been taken. And looks at you and says, I saw you fight, but I think you need some education about the cause.
I'm here to listen.
Excellent. Ooh, well, we have to stop right there, unless there's a roll you want to make of any kind. But,
No.
okay.
No.
So, yeah, I think we're. I think I'm all used up. How could people possibly play the pool for like 4 hours? Is that even possible?
I have no idea.
No, I don't know. I don't know if they do, but it's just like no way.
I'm I'm completely exhausted, but on the other hand, I want to go further.
I know.
I want to know.
Right. Well, that's place up.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah.
thinking we're done
This
for.
is TV show we
Yeah.
like in. I can't wait till next episode.
That-
And on the record, just off the record, now I'm thinking a lot of thoughts about males of any species.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking to myself, wow, that's kind of a Yang thing to pull on poor Jerry there. But
Right.
but on the other
yeah.
hand, but on the other hand, I'm not necessarily saying that Karnavix literally intended, to literally
Whatever.
name him that bad. But I mean, the two of you were not favorably inclined toward each other, and close
Right.
proximity could easily, even a defensive move can turn very bloody. So, yeah.
Oh man,
Where's my
how can this get better and better?
Well, we will see.
Right.
Yeah, I got
I
it.
don't
I don't want this to
great.
end, but on the other hand, I really want to see what's up with the Mercaps and with the Hyber.
Yes,
too,
I mean,
right? I
can
mean,
you do parallel slashes or just kind of?
no, I couldn't possibly do parallels on
Oh
that
my
one.
gosh, yeah, we're running like crazy.
Well, not only that, but I think you guys that this game you feel your way into the character and you're literally writing the character as you go. Right? There's a certain focus there that seems right to preserve. My thinking.
Yep.
This
Well,
was
Yeah, the cool part is that the characters, especially since the way the game constructs characters, and the way you add words to it, they're ever evolving.
Right. Mhm.
So
Yeah. They can change, or you can give more backstory, or whatever angle on it you want to take. You can.
So that's kind of cool that it's constantly morphing as you go.
Mhm.
Making these. No, I like it. I like that. But I like this part because this is the part where we get to punish the characters.
Right.
Right. Punish them until they, hopefully overcome.
Or it ends
Or
in
what
or it ends in tragedy, which it unfortunately there's still room for that. That's for sure. Yeah.
a very empty pool.
I'm pretty impressed by
for it.
I'm pretty impressed by Hibu though. Hibu's the one who's come out of this with with some dice and a position of influence or something.
You
Who
see?
knows?
Dice are smart. He is the only one that has the experience,
Mhm.
the age, and the power to move things.
Yeah. On the other hand, you're also now a conspiratorial, refugee in cahoots with in cahoots with a militant wing
Yeah,
of the
fine.
protest movement. So,
I think the idea of Hibu and Nalak hitting it off is kind of scary.
I don't know. You and Lalek were the worst possible. I'm sorry. I mean, I couldn't see any way. Just the way things
Well-
developed, you ended up separated. But we'll see what happens if that changes.
Oh, you never know what will happen. You never know what will happen.
Right.
I mean, I have to decide what I do now, right?
Yeah. Cool. Renee, any last thoughts?
No, I really enjoyed that. You kind of we kind of built this up and built it up, and that was a nice little, wait for it to pop off.
That explosive burst.
Get going. Yeah. So that's the spark.
Mhm.
So
All right,
it'll be
everybody.
good.
We'll see you later.
That's fire.
Good.
See you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the night, everybody.
Yeah,
Bye.
very good. I enjoyed it. Take care.